Well, as you've seen, life can be beautiful and we are making that happen today. It's a beautiful day and we've got a cracker new site to check out. And just currently we've got the Landowner in front of us, taking us to this brand new site. And look, I don't know what to expect. So pretty exciting times and we're going to get on site. We'll see you there. So I've been meaning to turn the camera on all morning since that last clip. Where were we? The car is well over there and I've walked all this way over to this hill. So look, I've been meaning to turn the camera on all morning. We have been doing a bit of detecting, as you've seen there on film, me walking past the camera. But look, we haven't filmed too much just yet. And a lot of what's coming out really is just, well, not that much, well, not interesting to show anyway. A lot of lead and rubbish and boot tacks and just look, nothing too special. Shotgun shells. We have got a few neat little buttons though. We've also been trying to avoid the tractor and the dust cloud every time he goes past. You would have seen that there before. But look, it's making it a lot easier because he's ripping up all this ground and he's almost bringing all this stuff to the surface as I go. So let's keep humming around here, and as we go, we're going to make our way down to the creek and look for some old bottles. Oh, humming along, and this certainly wakes you up. Have a listen. Listen to that one. He is sitting on the surface, and once again, I think the plough has brought him up. You see the tractor going back and forth. There he is. What is it? It's a big chunk of lead. I'm sure that's our target. Let's have a look. That is it. And look, I suspect that's it because I've dug about 10 more of those this morning. Chunks of lead. Well, there is our next target. And once again, we've got another wee little button. How cool is that? They keep coming up around the 24, 25s on the Equinox 900, and I tell you what, I'm really enjoying finding them between the buttons and the shotgun shells. That's about all that's coming out. The buttons are really cool though, and look, if you're watching Coffee Bush Kid, you're going to love today's video. You're the button king. Coffee Bush Kid always finds buttons, and he finds some of the coolest ones. So I tell you what, mate, we might even be on par with you today, finding all these really cool little buttons, and I've got an awesome one to show at the end of this video, which we'll keep right to the end, as I said, and then show it off. 28 on this target. I'm expecting another button. Let's hope so. They're really cool to find. That breeze is starting to come in too, and I'm only wearing a t-shirt today. I left the jumper in the car, didn't I? It's starting to get cold. I've got to start digging and warm up. So digging a bit quicker. Where's our target gone? There he is, over the back there. Let's hope for another button, everybody. I love the buttons. And that's about all that's coming out today, so we're just going to enjoy them the best we can. He hasn't been brought up with the plough either. Oh, no, not a button. Shotgun shell. If it's not one, it's the other. Let's have a look at this one. 12 gauge. Remington. Awesome. A Remington. I don't know if we've got one of those today. We do now. Oh, here comes the landowner. I'm in trouble. No, not really. He wants me to find some steel droppers for him, which were in an old plantation. He's just taken over this property, or just bought this land. And basically, the old owners left some steel droppers in the ground. And the tractor that keeps passing me, well, he's done a few tyres, about 350 bucks a piece, so not cheap. So he wants me with my detector to find a few of these steel droppers, and I'm quite happy to do so. He said, I'll pay you, mate. I said, no, you don't need to do that at all. Just coming on your land is payment enough for the last 7 years. But he said, well, you're not actually working for me. You'll be working for the person that leases the property off me, because they're the ones that keep puncturing their tyres. So thought that was going to be a coin, bit of brass instead. So over comes the landowner now. I think we're going to be off to look for steel droppers soon. Got some red markers at home, so even, well, they're little plastic red markers for like kids' sports days and that, and I use them for marking out fields, so I can always bring those out. And I mean, if I sat one bloody 200 metres over there, you'd see it from here.
Yeah, well, I'm colourblind. I can't see it.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, don't go looking for them then. Get someone else.
Hop in the car.
All right, we're back at the gear. We just went on a bit of a mission, as I said, with the landowner there. There he goes there. Basically went on a bit of a mission, and we're looking for some old steel droppers. So what happened, this whole paddock, I'll just draw an outline. Let me draw a picture, that'll help. So this whole paddock, and it's a big paddock too, it's hundreds and hundreds of acres. We are currently about here on this paddock, and there's an old house site up here, abandoned now, still livable but abandoned, and beside that house site used to run a plantation. Now there's also a plantation directly out in front of me, well over there, which we just had a look at. So we've got two old plantations at the old house site. Remember, we're way over here on the paddock at the moment. So one of the plantations is directly in front of me, one is off to the right hand side, and the plantations are gone. They've all been burnt out and scratched out with excavators. However, there's a ton of steel droppers all the way up those plantations. It's like they've put the steel droppers around the fence or around the trees, I don't know, but when the excavator went in there, he wasn't looking for steel droppers, he was just looking to remove the trees. So basically, the farmer who is ploughing this paddock currently, he's been doing tyres, and tyres cost about $350 each every time he runs over one of those stakes. So he's asked me if he can pay me to go off and look for them. So as you can see, huge paddock. We're going to be putting the 18-inch coil on, or even the 15-inch coil on, to cover this ground, and we're going to start tomorrow, and we're going to start basically gridding out that area just in front of us over there where the plantation used to be. You can see there's a scratched up ploughed area, and you can also see there's an area that has not been touched. That's where, that's where they're not game enough to drive the tractors over anymore. I can see why. So anyway, we're going to do that tomorrow. First, let's have some lunch and then get down to the creek, look for some bottles. Right, welcome to the creek, everybody. I don't know if I really want to go down in here either, but I'm gonna. I did see a little brown snake before too, so I'm just going to be very, very careful. He was hiding underneath a rock, and I've just seen him slide back underneath the rock. And there's a couple of lizards that I've seen there earlier this morning too. So we'll just go ever so delicately through this long grass. What was that? Something touched me. I don't know. Cobweb. Just don't know where the snake's going to be. And there shouldn't be snakes around at the moment, but you just never know. You can't go off the theory that they're all laying dormant this time of year. So you just never know. That is the lowest part of the creek that we're in now. I'm not seeing any glass scatter, nothing to give away rubbish dumping areas. Hello, is there anybody in there? I'll find out, I suppose. If I feel something strike my leg, I know I've been bitten. I don't have the gaiters on either, of course. Why would you? They're better in the car. I can't see much. Can't see much bottles at all. So I don't think they've been dumping anything here. If anything, I think they've been dumping it back up the top of the hill where I've seen bits of glass this afternoon. So can't see nothing. Let's go back to the detector and do some more. Right about now, there is nowhere else I would rather be. I'm sitting up on top of a hill. I've got the EQUINOX 900 below me with the shovel and all my tools. We've been hunting along here today and having a great day. And we've got some beautiful weather above us. We've got the clouds and the blue sky. The birds sing away in the background. The river down below us with no water in it, but that's okay. It's still absolutely stunning out here. I said there before, life can be beautiful. You really do just have to make it that way. Try the best to get out there and enjoy whatever you enjoy the most and make your life beautiful. Because look, well, sometimes you need it. So anyway, we've got our next find. We're up on top of the hill. Here I'm getting a bit of sentimental, But I tell you what, it's moments like these, you know, you go to the big cities and you see people running around. You know, I'm a country boy through and through, but you go to the big cities and you see people running around. And I often ask myself, when I look at these people, are you happy? Are you really happy inside? You may tell me you're happy, but deep down, can you tell me you're happy inside? Now, I may not have all the fancy cars. I may not have a house. I may be lacking a lot of stuff in life compared to others. But do you know what I've got instead? This. Right now, right here, this. Solace. Enjoyment. Absolutely enjoying every moment of my life. And you know, like I always say to my boys, you can take money with you or you can take memories with you. I choose memories through and through every day. And this is another memory that I'll have one day, sitting up on this bank, taking in this beautiful clouds and sky and river, and birds singing, tractor working away in the background there. I tell you what, this is my beautiful. This is what makes me happy. So, just getting a bit sentimental there. Just sitting here digging out that next target. I tell you what, sometimes you got to stop and just take little things in and appreciate them. And that's what I'm doing right now. So next target though, we do have, which I just put back down. I'm getting too distracted. I could live up here, I reckon. I could build a house and live right here. It's just a stunning view. It's a 10-cent coin for the next one, which I don't know how it's got out here, because as you see, we're out in the middle of a paddock and we are looking for steel droppers tomorrow. So who knows, maybe we might come across a few more 10-cent coins. Really cool though. And as I said, life can be beautiful if you let it. And that is going to finish us off for today there, guys. We really need to get out of here. We've got about half an hour until we need to go get the boys. So life is beautiful, but we are rushing this last little bit. So 3 10-cent coins we got out of that hole. I stood back up and got another 2, didn't I? We got a heap of bullets, shotgun shells, little 22 rifle casings. We've got bits of lead. We've even got what I think may be a thimble, or it's just the top of a cap. I don't know. There's no holes in it, looking like a thimble. So 4 little buttons. It said Coffee Bush Kid. If you're watching, eat your heart out, mate. You'll be loving this hunt. We got the one little 4-holer, or 2 4-holers, 3 4-holers, look out, and a little 2-holer beside him. But not only that, we got 4 little buttons. We got the 5th one on the side here. We've got the gold gilded little tiny decorative button, which is just so special. I love that one. I don't know how old he is. I don't know where he's come from, who's dropped him, how long he's been out in this paddock for, but there's nothing out here. So look, you're just an empty paddock, empty barren paddock. So we did well to even find all that. I dare say the farmer's been doing a lot of shooting, and as you're seeing, we've got to come back and do some steel dropper locating to help the farmer from puncturing his tyres. So I've got a bit of an idea already for that video, and the thumbnail and the description. It's going to be called Stakes Are High. Well, it should be called Stakes Are Low. We've got to get them out and then they'll be high. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed. As I said, life can be absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. You just got to make it that way. We'll see you on the next.